So welcome back from the winter breaks to yet another year with the PTC Talks, where we are honored today by having Ashish and Sanjay from NBC Bearings for a session on digital transformation story of a 7-decade-old Jaipur factory. But first, a very quick introduction about me. So my name is Torbjörn Peterson, and I'm the Alliance Manager for PTC in the Nordics, leading these webinars where we invite customers and partners for some inspiration on digital transformation to see what is possible and how to make things happen. And for this year, we are also changing the format a little bit of the webinars, meaning that we will run these webinars 3 times a month, still on Fridays, same time, but also with different kind of specific themes around either manufacturing, services, or engineering. And as always, we also have the past webinars on the registration site. And the agenda for today is first a very quick overview of PTC by me, and then Ashish and Sanjay will run the show by introducing themselves, touch base on a few challenges, how to address these, and then also explain some of the business outcomes. And at the end, of course, we have a Q&A session. So please keep your questions to the end, or you may also put them in the chat, and we will pick them up during the Q&A. Now over to the next slide, Ashish, please. Thank you. So quickly a little bit about them in PTC. It's a global software company with a headquarters in Boston, and we provide market-leading solutions on IoT, augmented reality, PLM, SLM, ALM, and CAD through the digital thread to help companies to accelerate their digital transformation. Now over to you guys, Ashish and Sanjay. You are muted, Ashish. Yeah, still muted. Sorry.
Great. Thank you, Toby. And very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to people out there. So it's a pleasure to be on this PTC Talk show today. And Sanjay Vinaika and I'm very thankful to PTC to host us today on this webinar. Let us begin by a short introduction of who we are. And we belong to the CK Birla Group, an Indian conglomerate which has 165 years of strong heritage in the nation. Started off with an emphasis on nation building and community development, and has very long-standing successful partnerships with its clients and customers. Strong focus on nurturing and developing talent as well. So with that, some key points is that the conglomerate is present as CK Birla Group. We are into diverse industries, and we are into education, we are into healthcare, roofing solution, infrastructure, technology. And as a matter of fact, the group had set up the first car manufacturing plant in India, and also the first bearing manufacturer globally to have bagged the Deming Grand Prize. So this is what we are as a part of the group, with over 25,000 employees in the group today. A short introduction to our group companies, which go by these names in the sector of automotive, infrastructure, healthcare, home solutions, technology. And that brings us to the corporation, the company that we are representing today. It's National Engineering Industries, popularly known as the NBC Bearings. And we, as NBC Bearings, are in the industry since 1946. So we are a bearing manufacturing company firmly rooted in Jaipur, which is in Rajasthan, and having a global presence today, with 5 manufacturing locations in India and expanding the footprint as we talk today, with tech centers, with innovation centers worldwide. We have a manufacturing capacity of 250+ million bearings, and we have a strong, historical progress roadmap with us. And we did achieve time and again certain milestones, and today we are on an acceleration path here with digital transformation journey, something that we are going to talk about in the next few slides, and also the chat today that will focus on what we are doing to make this 7-decade-old brownfield factory very, very contemporary and ready for tomorrow. So that's the intention of bringing this up. And that actually brings us to the entire journey. And when we started off this journey of digital transformation for the organization, it was not focused on just one or two elements of the organization, but we took a holistic approach. And this approach actually covered end-to-end value chain. And we had the people, process, technology very closely intertwined when we were designing solutions. And we touched upon each and every element of this transformation, bearing in mind that the culture and mindset are equally important. So working with the CHRO and bringing about the culture and mindset shift was equally important for us, and that's what we have been doing so far in the organization with a lot of changes everywhere. But what we started off was actually a maturity assessment that led us to value stream mapping of the entire organization, understanding where the pain points are, and then moving on to develop a digital roadmap. This roadmap is connected through the house of digital, which actually aligns the business strategy to the digital strategy that we are deploying. And just to give you a glimpse that we are following the roadmap all across the functions of the organizations, and we are trying and pulling each and every lever that would actually result in a transformed organization. So factories becomes a core focus when we are dealing with manufacturing organizations, and that's what we do today, converting a brownfield factory into a connected smart factory. So the vision that we keep for the future of manufacturing is that the manufacturing of tomorrow will be connected, automated, with real-time data that will drive insights. And most of these factories will be operated through command and control centers, and everything on the backbone of Industry 4.0. So that's the picture that we paint. And we are on the path to achieve it. The first milestone being the connected smart factory and Industry 4.0 way of working. And we are almost there with all the building blocks coming up together, because it's not just one IoT platform deployment, but it's a multitude and a lot of other initiatives that will actually lead to a factory of tomorrow. So what we are doing today is what would be glad to share with everybody. So that's where we are. We will talk about more on the connected factory, Tobe, with you. Back to you on this.
Thank you for the good overview and setting the scene here. So let's start having a little bit of a discussion, I think, around what you have actually achieved here. So first question would be, what kind of business problems or challenges was the company actually trying to solve, Sanjay?
Yeah. So as Ashish has explained that we are in a high precision product and we are a high tech manufacturing industry. So the challenge for us was that looking to the change in market scenario, customer expectation in quality and cost competitiveness, which we want to achieve. We are already at a level of OE and productivity because of our strong base of, TPM, Lean, Six Sigma, and TQM culture. So we were looking to go to the next level in terms of productivity and quality both. So our shop floor data was available next day for analysis, and action was taken, which were more on a reactive nature, Management wanted to prepare operation for next level readiness with theme of, connected factory and paperless working, where my supervisor can take immediate decision and we can look into the minor stoppages to go to the next level of productivity and triggers for quality actions which need to be taken before it happened and before it generated. So those kind of things we were looking for, and just to make our decision data based on the basis of real-time data was the concern for which we are looking for digital solution.
Thank you, Sanjay. Could you also provide some kind of concrete examples of how the challenges were actually impacting the operations or the business?
Yeah. So as I explained, the major challenge was unavailability of real-time data in the shop floor, which was leading to the limited visibility of material, manpower, machine breakdown, what is going wrong on machines, etc. So decision was more on basis of experience, and production losses were we were booking on manual with limited insight. And this was leading to higher time for diagnosis and breakdown, repetitive loss, etc. Supervisor was going from one machine to other machine, one line to other machine, and this decision was taking more time, and it was approach was reactive, and we were not able to capture minor stoppages. With the visibility of data, we can capture on minor losses also, and thereby we are looking for next level of productivity from this.
Thanks a lot. So digging a little bit, deeper into this, on the connectivity side, why was Kepware an ideal solution to solve for your needs? Could you elaborate a little bit on that, Ashish?
Yeah, let me take that. And so just to begin, when we are dealing with a brownfield factory, the machines and the controllers there are something that you are being given to deal with. It's not something that you choose. So extraction of data from the various diverse set of machines, the various diverse set of controllers was a limitation that we encountered when we actually first set our foot into the shop floor and then tried our ways out to extract the data towards machine connectivity. And we tried out different solutions, but Kepware proved out to be a successful solution for us, given the different drivers and connectors that it provides. And we, in our landscape, had a very diverse set of controllers, 4 to 5 different types of controllers. And to break through each of them was actually a challenge initially. Each OEM had their own solution for it, but an agnostic solution where we can culminate and aggregate the data, that was actually provided by Kepware. So that's one thing that helped us. And as such, we, in our technology landscape, Kepware fitted well with certain PTC products that we had been using long back. And the further integrations in our long-term digital vision of one enterprise. So Kepware going to play an important role there as well.
Thanks for the good answer. And something that I'm always extremely interested in is who was it actually initiating the IoT product? Was it coming from the business unit or the IT, or did you have any kind of innovation team? Could you please elaborate a little bit on that, Ashish?
Yeah. So the decision was actually taken jointly by the management team, but it all started off with the maturity assessment that we got into for the organization. And that led us to the different business pain points, pointing towards the manufacturing pain points that Sanjay just spoke about a while ago. Decisions on the shop floor being taken on data that is actually dated as of yesterday. So that was one very, very significant point, that if we have to prepare the organization, especially the manufacturing organization, for tomorrow, our working has to be real time, and also the focus on data acquisition so that we can prepare for the analytics that will actually move the needle on the transformation side for tomorrow. That's was the decision that actually led us to a joint decision between management, IT, digital, and manufacturing, taking the call that no, we have to take this. We have to move from what we are doing today, and we want to transform. So there was a ownership right from the beginning, right from the top, that actually led to this decision being taken.
Thank you. Do you have anything, to add to that, Sanjay, or?
Yeah, it was a joint decision just to, for making our organization future readiness. And also we are looking to grow at the rate of more than 20%. So these are the things which we thought that will help us to go to the next level.
Thank you. And also, why was it actually IoT chosen over MES for your solution and for your needs? Could you elaborate a little bit on that?
I can take that question.
Yeah,
Right. So we initially there were a lot of talks about MES and IoT, and we had to evaluate the actual need of the solution. Was it really a manufacturing execution system that was needed there, or the IoT solution serves our purpose? And when we get down deep to evaluate what the business need was, it came out that the combination of the current ERP that we are running and it's actually the focus has to be on data and the operational excellence for improvement of the manufacturing operations. And that's what led us to move towards an IoT solution more, because we were handling and we are today handling the execution of the orders in the ERP system. And we are largely make to stock. So that makes us say move away from the typical MES solution, but the more so the decision was driven by the fact that we had to focus on data, operations data, and that would lead the organization to be a data-driven organization for tomorrow. And that's the stage we are in today. We are actually driving operations through this data, and we can talk about it as the session progresses.
Thank you. Anything you would like to add to that, Sanjay?
Yeah, Ashish rightly said that because everything is depending on data. Now, from the machine, if the data is going and we are storing, then probably at the next level, whether it is AI or any analytics will be possible. So once the data will be there, probably more avenues will be open for improving all around in the machine health on the shop floor working, of course.
Yeah, thanks. And of course, a question very, very close to my heart. Why PTC, and what made your solution, going for, ThingWorx as a platform? Could you elaborate a little bit on that?
This why PTC was, it's because we were already using a PTC solution in our engineering side. And when we were looking for solutions in this space, forward integration of engineering into the shop floor operations was something that we had in mind. And that's a very powerful use case that we are currently working on. And the engineering to shop floor integration, that synergy is what we envisioned with PTC, with PTC's product, and hence we went ahead with ThingWorx, and that's actually helping us in the I think what the decision that we took a few years back is helping us realize our vision.
Thank you. Were there any kind of certain functions and features that actually really appeal to you in our solution on ThingWorx?
Oh yes. When we started off with ThingWorx, the good part was that it offered us a vanilla platform, and the ability to model our processes into ThingWorx, that's what we did. So with the help of ThingWorx, we not only vertically integrated the processes, which by means I mean that we are collecting data, but at the same time, we are also integrating the manufacturing value chain horizontally on ThingWorx platform. So one process leads to the other, and that's the horizontal integration with the help of ThingWorx that we were able to achieve. So it's it leads us to a MES light solution, not a typical MES, but a typical MES light solution, and that's what the feature, something that we really like about ThingWorx.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. And a question to you, Sanjay, what were the sort of, key value drivers, or call them maybe, KPIs that you were, looking into to impact your product?
Yeah, so for any improvement or this kind of intervention, organization is looking mainly for two KPI: how much gain in productivity and in quality, cost of quality reduction, So these are the two main KPI. But as I told you earlier, that we were continuously working on systems, TPM, TQM, Six Sigma, and Lean. So the base was really quite matured and strong. So with this digital and IoT platform, we wanted to take it to the next level change, and thus OE and operational efficiency to unlock our potential on non-value added things, which is somehow keeping our productivity at current level. So to go to the next level, I told you minor stoppages, the projects which till date we have not identified to improve upon. So go more deeper on this once the data and the things are visible there. Earlier it was not visible, it was manual intervention. So we were manually booking the losses and all that will there. So now my supervisor, my department head, my managers can really pick up a project where I need to work, and ultimately we observed improvement in our OE, which earlier used to be say 78%. Now this year we have achieved 81.5% operational efficiency. So there is a good improvement. Also, it helps us in reduction of our internal rejection.
Thank you for a very good answer on this. And what is the sort of, primary use cases that, ThingWorx and Kepware is being used for currently? Ashish, maybe?
Yeah, okay. So the primary use case that we are driving today with the help of ThingWorx is first is the real-time dashboards for operations. And these dashboards actually feed data up to the plant head level and to the manufacturing head, and thus help them take decisions on a real-time basis. But at the same time, there are multiple other use cases that the solution is driving, and that's as simple as a and-on system which is actually reducing the response time from a shop floor to a maintenance team. And that's one of the very quick use cases that is also being driven through the platform. Also integrating the labs with the shop floor, the sampling labs with the shop floor. So there's a quality aspect that also gets driven through this use case that we are driving. So all in all, what we see is that it's not only the manufacturing shop floor operations, but maintenance that gets driven. That quality is actually a very prominent use case, that is quality in the inline quality or the in-plant quality that also gets driven through this, and is helping overall in the transformation of the shop floor.
Thanks a lot. And one last question before opening up, for questions from the audience here, and it's a question actually to both of you. So what are your plans for scaling and expansion on this, ThingWorx platform going forward?
I have the head of manufacturing with me, so I'll request him to take this.
Yeah. So certainly, as I can imagine, one day in near future, whereby we are controlling my all plants across various locations in India with connected factory. I can see the machines, I can see the lines, how it is performing in terms of quality, in terms of production. So our expand right now we have implemented in one of the location. Now we have 5 more locations where we are looking to implement this digital solution of ThingWorx, and we are also preparing a control room sort of situation whereby we can have a immediate actions, immediate decisions, just to what triggers we are getting from machines and across any plant and any line. So we are looking to that.
Thank you. So with that, we are actually opening up, for questions from the audience here, and I can see that we have a few questions already in the chat here. So maybe you could also, let Amandeep ask your question if you are ready to do that. I can see that you have posted a question in the chat, and maybe you would like to ask it verbally. So if you could do that.
Yeah, one of the biggest challenge of digital transformation in Industry 4.0 is the complexity associated with integrating new technology into existing system. NBC is originating. Yeah, so I will answer it. This question.
Perfect.
Being a 7-decade organization, this question is very good, and there was a lot of struggle because some of the machines were 25-year-old, 30-year machine. So drawing data from those machines were a bit challenging. And we worked on various solutions how to get the data from the machine, and my team really worked upon that and came out with some innovative solutions, low-cost solutions, whereby we were able to get machine data from our CNC systems. And it was really a bit challenging job and a lot of work done by our team, and this was a bit challenging for us.
Thank you. And we have a question also from Pratap. I see you're raising your hand, so maybe.
Yes, good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, very good session by Ashish and Sanjay. Thanks for that. I have two questions. First question is, can you give some figure on KPI improvement in terms of the safety and decarbonization part and EHS? That is the first question. And second, the thrust of digital transformation, will it lead from across the top of the CK Birla vertically group has resulted in improvement in KPI compared to other CK Birla group organizations, because the transformations are spread across maybe all CK Birla verticals. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Pratap, the first part of the question which you read, that how it is on carbon footprint or on safety it is. So as on date, I can say you, as I earlier told you, that we have old setup machines. So it took a lot of struggle on machine part while we were implementing it. Once the productivity will improve or quality will improve, as far as figures are concerned, I already indicated that there is a jump of 3% of operational efficiency. There is a reduction by 20% in our internal rejection. So end of the day, it is reducing power consumption, it is reducing oil consumption. It is also on the carbon footprint, it is also adding value for us. Of course, right now I'm not in position to give you the correct numbers, but certainly because we are already started one ESG program with the help of some external consultant, and very soon we will publish this data that how much we have saved on this part. That is number one. On number two, yes, these kind of transformation always top driven, because it requires a lot of efforts, lot of funds allocation, lot of changes into the system. And we started with some pilot project. We deployed internally in the NEI, horizontally NBC. But of course, for the group company, we are helping them to get into this, and they are also working parallelly. But being different types of setup and different organization for manufacturing, probably exact solution will not be applicable. But of course, they are working with us on this.
Thanks a lot for a good answer. I think we have time for one last question. Anyone who would like me to raise your hand and ask a question, please do and go ahead. Otherwise,
we have a few questions on the chat box, and
all right.
Yeah, the chat bar. The question is about the approach adopted for DPM, and yes, it was a pilot first, and then we scaled it up to the entire plant. And today we have more than 500 plus machines and connected on this platform. The other question was about executing the digital transformation, which tools, technologies were used. So it's actually a culmination of many technologies, IoT platform being the front end. The Kepware solution forms the digital backbone for data. You need to have a very strong foundation of network connectivity, connectivity for the plant, and do it the right way when you're doing it. And that's where probably your plant IT can come in. There are other solutions like Edge, which data to transfer on cloud, and all this together will culminate into giving you the solution that you want to. So that's the answer, Krishna Kumar Iyer.
Thanks a lot. And time is unfortunately running out. So many thanks everyone for joining. And of course, especially thanks to you, Ashish and Sanjay. And
Thank you.
Maybe if you would like me to stay for a little bit longer, if you could answer, some of the questions in the chat, that would be good. So with that, I hope to see you back at the PTC Talks already next week for a session about generative AI in the manufacturing industry by Accenture. So stay tuned for that and have a fantastic weekend, everyone. And take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
too.